Oh my gosh, I'm as crazy as my mother.
Hey guys, it's Lady Dead Rabbit, and I'm back again with another tutorial. I know it's been a while, I'm sorry, but in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I made my classic Harley Quinn costume. If you enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, I guess. Without further ado, here's the materials that you will need. You will need this black metallic, sorry about that. You will need this black metallic stretchy fabric. You definitely need something that's spandex. I suppose you don't need to use a metallic wet sort of material. If you would prefer something that's more cotton, something that looks more like a leotard, then you're more than welcome. You don't have to use the exact material that I use, but if you want to create your Harley Quinn suit to look like mine, this is what you'll need. This is the pattern I used. It was a bit large. I was too lazy to make the actual cuffs, so I used that. This is the red fabric. This is cotton, very important. This is the cotton balls at the ends. As you can see, I start off by laying out all of the materials. If you want to pause this video to read exactly the text that I write, you're more than welcome to do that. I'm not going to read it exactly as I wrote it. But I start off by laying out the pattern. Then I cut out the pattern, and I trace it onto the opposite side of the fabric that I want to use. And by the way, this pattern was way too big for me. I could not find it in my size. So once I have the pattern, I'm going to, So, for the pattern, I start off by making the cowl, because I thought it would be the easiest, and surprisingly it was actually the easiest part of this whole costume. So once I have the cowl all cut out, before I sew the red and the black side together, I'm actually making little X marks on the side of the head where I want the little horn jester thing to go. And I am hand sewing all of this, by the way. I have a little sewing machine, but I don't really like it. A sewing machine would definitely be easier. Yeah, this is what the little horns look like. You want to cut out double for each side. So you want to have like 4 horns altogether. This is the little fur balls, the little puffy things that'll go at the end of the jester hat. As you can see, it's like way too fluffy. So I ended up trimming it down before sewing it in. The jester thing is pretty difficult, so you want to make sure that whenever you're sewing it to the horn, that it's on the inside. And this is what it looks like once I'm done. For the shoes, I'm kind of making my own fabric based on my own shoes, or the boot covers. And this is the pants leg. You don't have to cut out the diamond shapes into the pants if you don't want to. You can just sort of slap it on later. Definitely make sure you test fit everything. Especially if you're small like me, I had to make so many adjustments. And I'm just sort of marking where I want the zipper to end. A lot of this costume, I kind of just used what I already had. And this is sort of how I'm cutting out the diamonds for the pants. You don't have to do it exactly like this. It was definitely not pretty looking, as you can see. So this is what the black pants leg looked like. And now I'm sewing it together with the red pants. This is a test fit. As you can see, it's a little bit baggy, but I do improve it. I snip off some of the excess fabric because the whole point of this costume is you want it to be tight. You kind of want it to be sexy looking. And my boyfriend got me this little mallet off Amazon. It's pretty cheap. as you can see, but I painted it to make it look better. So I'm just using some regular, like, sort of painter's tape to tape around the edges. I'm making the mallet wooden part brown, and I'm just touching up some of the paint here and there. I also spritzed some fake blood on it. It's not really even that noticeable, and it's completely optional. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I know it's really hard to see here, but I'm just adding more dimensions, some more shadows to the paint, and I'm sort of brightening up certain parts of it. And now for the bodice. Once more, you want to make sure that you're cutting out the right sides and the right pieces. And I'm just sewing everything together, and I'm test fitting it. I didn't really have much of a problem with the upper part of the body. It fit me pretty well. The pants were the ones that I struggled the most with this costume. And I just sew it to the actual bottom piece of the pants. And I'm test fitting it. You know, make sure whenever you're making a full costume that you test fit everything. Oops. So right here, I have sewed in the zipper, and I added some buttons to the top because the zipper didn't reach all the way. If you can definitely find longer zippers at probably your local, like, seamstress or craft stores. I just got mine off Amazon because Amazon, I just think it's easier to search exactly what I need for. Yeah. So for the boot covers, I'm just cutting them out. I definitely sort of made them my own, because I have pretty small feet. So, yeah. And this is what the finished result of the boot covers look like. I'm honestly really happy with the way that they turned out, and I'm very impressed. I was really worried that they would turn out like crap and I would just have to buy some shoes, but I'm really glad I don't. And for the final part, the sleeves. This is honestly the easiest part of the whole costume. I didn't really even have to make any adjustments for it. So yeah. Unlike the pants, I'm not cutting out little holes where I want to put the diamonds. I'm sort of just cutting out the diamonds and I'm just sewing them on. This is definitely an easier way to go, and I think it just looks better, so I would recommend doing that instead of doing what I did for the pants leg. And yeah, just sewing it in, definitely test fit to make sure everything fits right. If you guys are curious on how I do my Harley Quinn makeup, this is a YouTuber that I'm subscribed to. They're very popular for doing Harley Quinn. I don't do my makeup exactly like how they do it, but I definitely am inspired by it. If you guys would like me to make my own Harley Quinn makeup tutorial, I will, but it's honestly super simple. And if you guys cannot stand my voice, you can always go to my Instagram. I have all of this uploaded onto my Instagram highlights. I'm sorry if the flipping images bother you, but yeah. If you guys want to see more of my cosplay sort of tutorials, then be sure to subscribe. Well, wipe me out. So, as you can see, I have finished making my new Harley Quinn costume. Wanted to show it off a bit. So, here are the shoes. They are boot covers. Here is the front and back of the suit. Maybe I need to zoom in more.